Congratulations, Nick and Hannah. I know you guys have been waiting for this day for a really long time, and we're so happy for you guys. Nick, you've always been the guy in our family that brings so much laughter and so much fun to every family event, and I know you do the same for Hannah, and I just hope that you guys can always remember those fun times and continue to have fun even when life gets a little stressful or work gets difficult.
And Hannah, I knew that you were going to be perfect for Nick and our family the very first time we met you. You know what I'm talking about. But in all seriousness, you're going to be a great sister-in-law, and you have already become one of my truest friends. And we love you guys.
And Lottie told us earlier, she said,
which means that she loves you too, and you guys are one of the best aunts and uncles ever.
We love you guys. Congratulations.
Hi there, Nick and Hannah. I'm wishing you the best in life. You're going to have a wonderful life. You've got a beautiful home to start with. You've got good jobs. You've got everything going for you. You've got two wonderful families to support you and back you up whichever way you want them. You're just going to have a wonderful life, I know it. And I wish you the very, very best. And Grandma.
Nick, I remember your very first date when you came to the door, and not just came to the door, but you came inside our house to give everyone a hug and meet everyone, and you even gave Grandma a hug. And you had the most booming, friendly, outgoing persona, and I was just so excited to see what you and Hannah had in store for the night. So I waited up all night until Hannah came home, and I asked her all about your date, and I asked her if she thought that you would be the one that she would marry, and she said of course, and I said I thought so too. And I've just loved seeing your relationship progress, and I've loved becoming close to you, and I'm so happy that you're my brother now. I couldn't think of a more perfect man for Hannah, so I'm so excited that you two are finally married.
We're standing on the 17th hole of Red Tail because this is where one of our favorite memories with Nick and Hannah happened. It was last summer, and the four of us were playing golf. It was Hannah's first time playing 18 holes, and she got a hole-in-one.
And Nick and Hannah, one of the things I remember the most about that day is looking at Nick and how excited he was for your hole-in-one, Hannah. And really, that's what marriage is all about. If you keep that focus, for Nick in that case, you were so excited for Hannah, and it was all about Hannah's happiness. And if you do that in your marriage, you guys are going to have a great marriage together.
So living 1,000 miles away is really tough when you're close with family and you find out that they're dating somebody. So we couldn't really get to know Hannah/Hannah and Nick for a while, and the first time we really got to know them as a couple was when they came down and visited for the first time, and I really got to know Hannah then, and I realized that she was somebody that I would want to be friends with, that I would pick for myself even if she wasn't potentially going to marry my brother-in-law. She was wonderful with Charlotte, who was 7 months old at the time, and we just had a great time, and I just loved her to pieces, and I love Nick and Hannah together as a couple. They complement each other so well. Their personality is just everything. We love you guys, and we're so excited to have you two as a unit to add to our family.
Hey Nick and Hannah, congratulations. Wanted to give you a little bit of wedding advice as you head towards this big day and this journey together. We just want to say enjoy the simple things you get to enjoy in life. Open up a glass of wine, watching TV together, binge watching Netflix. Those little moments are what make everything. So we just wish you the best and love you guys both so much.
Hannah and Nick, Gordy would have loved to have seen what a lovely couple you are together. You're so kind and generous to one another and so much in love. And I myself think it's a wonderful thing. And I hope that you are at least as happy as we have been all of our lives. And God bless you. And remember that do not go to bed at night before you make up from an argument or something like that. Never go away from each other, angry with each other. It's not a good idea.
Hannah and Nick, before I dispense my marital advice, I want to say that I couldn't be happier for you guys. Since the very, very beginning of you guys meeting, you've been a seem to be a perfect match, and I have never seen anybody so ready to part in a marriage. So best of luck to you. Here goes the marital advice. Just a couple of things. The first thing I'd like to say is don't sweat the little stuff. Figure out what really matters and just focus on that, and don't let the little stuff get in the way. And along those same lines is sometimes the best words are the ones you don't say, so think before you speak. The last piece of advice is play as much golf together as you guys can. It's a wonderful game and something you can share for a lifetime. And finally, Nick, thank you for bringing some additional testosterone into the McIntyre household. It's been great having you around to take in sporting events and all things that are male related. So thank you very much and best of luck, you guys. Love you.
Nick and Hannah, you're getting married. Nick, this is the day that you've prayed about. Hannah, it's the day that you've dreamed about, talked about since you've been a little girl. You guys are so lucky to have found each other, and I thank God every day, Hannah, that God sent Nick your way. Nick, my favorite memory of you is in September of 2016 when you made a call and you asked Dad and I if we could go to dinner. We met at Houlihan's, and I knew before we got there what you were going to ask. So I grabbed a 5x7 frame of pop-up, I grabbed Grandma Claire's ring, and I wrote out a card. And I prayed with Dad on the way to Houlihan's that the question that you were going to ask was the right one, and it was. You asked us for Hannah's hand in marriage. And I was so happy that day. I'm still so happy today, Nick, that you're marrying Hannah and that you're going to be Hannah's husband, you're going to be Emily and Haley's brother, and you're going to be our son. God bless both of you on your wedding day, and may you have a fabulous life together. I love you both.
My favorite memory of Nick and Hannah is when last summer, Billy and I and Nick and Hannah met up for dinner at Market, and we had such a good time talking and catching up, and then right after dinner, Hannah was like, why don't we just go out? So we decided to go out to the flats, and we had a blast at Coastal Taco and Punch Bowl Social, and it goes to show how much fun Nick and Hannah are to be around. Whenever they're around, we're always having a good time, we're always laughing and smiling, and I'm just so excited for the two of them to get married. We all know how perfect they are for each other, and I'm just so excited to see what God does through their marriage.
Yeah, one of the biggest things is communication. We have problems. We get to work it out, the two of us. It's 50-50. 50% of the time she asks me to do stuff, 50% of the time I do it. But I think the biggest thing is we're good Christians and we're close to God. When we got married, they said for better or for worse, and I'm still waiting for the worst.
Hey Nick and Hannah, I can't believe you guys have gone from dating to being engaged and to finally being married. We're so excited for you. So happy that we get to share this day with you, this whole experience, this whole weekend. I would have to say I don't really remember the first time meeting Nick. However, I do remember our long-running joke that we had about him, that he didn't own like a single pair of sweatpants because he was always spiffy and dressed to the nines. But I will say my favorite memory by far has to be New Year's Eve when we all got together, both of our families, to celebrate your big engagement night, and we were watching Elf Yourself videos and just laughing and talking and watching the ball drop together. It was such a magical night, I think, for everyone, and I hope that there's more nights like that. We're really excited to see you embark on this new journey together, and we love you so much. Happy wedding day.